Don't you want to hear this amazing music?
Okay, good morning, ladies and gents. We do need to be quiet now, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Please be seated. Kaye's and Ripley joke of the day is, you can't run through a campground, you can only ran because it's past tense.
Good morning. Welcome to the Kaye's and Ripley's House Chapel presentation. Unlike past presentations, we decided to go without a theme today because we believe our houses cannot be defined by one word, but rather more than that.
Our opening hymn is hymn number 5, the Kaye's House hymn. Ripley's and Kaye's will sing first, the first verse, and then the rest of the school will join in afterwards. Kaye's and Ripley's, please stand. Thank you. Please be seated. Hello, everyone. I'm Sarah Rourke. My time at Shawnigan Lake School began in grade 10. I came from a small town called Smithers and was quite intimidated by the new atmosphere. However, I knew that I made the right decision about attending this school as I quickly gathered the most wonderful experiences. I know when the time comes for you to leave through the gates, there's nothing that you would trade for the memories generated by your time here spent at the school. Within 3 nights of living by myself with roommates Maddie Nicholson, Victoria Soldat, Stephanie Mack, Annika Tongris, and Nug Christensen McDonald, a terrifying event occurred. It was around 1:30 a.m. Maddie and I were quietly talking and beginning to build a friendship, which now stands as one of the strongest friendships I will ever have. Then enters Annika. As she walks towards the mirror, stops, and begins to continuously twitch with the faint glow of her phone flashlight upon her face. I immediately froze and concluded this weird behavior was due to demonic reasons and Annika was possessed. With my heart racing, I almost began to cry. Later, I found out Annika had been dancing to Beyonce and decided to perform a little show for herself and us. I quickly grew to love Annika and every single girl in Kaye's house for their individualities, talents, and honest sharing of who they are. There are 54 girls in Kaye's, each with a different background, with different likes and dislikes, each with their own humor and quirky traits. However, we all come together and are able to create lasting memories of friendship, laughter that will follow us with age. We may have our differences on occasion, but we all respect and appreciate each other. The memories shared between individuals in the house and memories of all of us together, stuffing our faces with delicious curry provided by the Tongue family, are something to be truly grateful for. Gratitude that we have been blessed to carry with us memories of who we are to others and that we can make a difference to one another. It is important that we remember, hold on, and cherish our time here at Shawnigan. Life goes by so quick, but we are all truly lucky to have a constant circle of friends and bonds surrounding us. You will look back at your time at Shawnigan and not remember that you flunked a special relativity test in grade 11 physics. You will remember the brothers and sisters here and all the ups and downs you experienced together. You will remember the late nights, the intense inter-house competitions, the kind of laughing that makes you look at your stomach to see if you developed a six-pack, and of course, the pride that you have in your house. I would like to recognize Miss Plater and her tremendous efforts in keeping the house under control. It is a difficult job running a house of 54 insane girls. However, she is always behind us, ready to catch us when we fall. I'd also like to thank Miss Montgomery. Even though she is in limited supply, she is always offering us an extra hand to guide us through our troubles. A big thank you to Lynn, an amazing, dedicated, hardworking lady. And not to forget Miss Hamilton and Miss Conroy, who were terrific house directors 3 years ago, and they too positively impacted our time here and made us excited to return in the fall. Another thank you to Miss D, a past Kaye's house director. This year she gave us our new house model, sorry if I pronounce it wrong, Alice Volumus Propus, sorry, which means on wings we fly. Kaye's, I want to say thank you. Yes, 2 simple words that hold a lot of power. Thank you for providing me with memories and experiences that have enhanced my life. I couldn't be more proud to be a part of Kaye's, even though we are known to have rats. So, as my time at Shawnigan ticks by, and I may go on my separate path, I promise I will not cease from mental fight, nor shall I let my sword sleep in my hand, because Kaye's, you have taught me so much and given me so much to be grateful for. I love you all, and there will always be a place for you in my heart. Thank you. I would now like to call up Amelia to introduce a musical offering.
Hello, my name is Amelia, and I will be introducing the music presentation today. As many of you may know, I'm involved in music at Shawnigan, and during my 5 years here, I've learned a lot. And when we started planning this year's service, one music term kept sticking in my mind, the word harmony. Here's a simplified definition of a harmony. Harmony is when you have multiple pitches being played at the same time. This makes a chord. This happens when more than one note is being played or sung at the same time. In music, the most beautiful harmonies sound funny when they're picked apart and by themselves. That's kind of like Kaye's and Ripley's. On our own, we can be awkward and quirky and out of place, but when we're all together, we make something really special. Sometimes harmonies can be difficult to learn and really complicated to sing, but in the end, they'll give you goosebumps or make you cry. Kaye's and Ripley's are a bunch of complicated notes who sound sort of funny on their own, but take some time, patience, and practice, and will make some beautiful music. I'm so thankful to be part of the Blue and Purple Symphony, and I'm honored to introduce Annika, Michaela, Mia, Saya, Reese, and Daniela to sing Grow As We Go by Ben Platt with Renee on the guitar.
right next to me. When you're high, I'll take the lows. You can ebb and I can flow, and we'll take it slow and grow as we go. Grow as we go. You won't be the only one.
I am unfinished, I've got so much left to learn.
I don't know how this river runs. I like the company through every twist and turn. Who said it's true that the growing only happens on your own? They don't know me and you. You don't ever have to leave if to change is what you need. You can change right next to me. When you're high, I'll take the lows. You can ebb and I can flow, and we'll take it slow and grow as we go.
And grow as we go.
Grow as we go. Grow as we go. I don't know who we'll become. I can't promise it's not written in the stars. But I believe that when it's done, we're gonna see that it was better, that we grew up together.
Tell me you don't want to leave.
If to change is what you need, you can change right next to me. When you're high, I'll take the lows. You can ebb and I can flow, and we'll take it slow and grow as we go.
And grow as we go. Grow as we go.
Grow as we go.
I would now like to call up Haley to read an original poem about her house.
To the girls who annoy me to the highest degree, who designate Plater as referee. To the girls who sing at the top of their lungs voices that should never be sung. To the girls who make me laugh with a loud sword attached, forgetting on Wilbur for the fourth match. To the girls who comfort when all else is lost, defending one another at any cost. To the girls with the biggest brains around, congrats annually for the academic crown. To the girls whose smiles stretch from ear to ear, as Monty gates them, it disappears. To the girls who are boy obsessed, you all certainly put our patience to the test. To the girls who eat people's food, you're to blame for the house's mood. To the girls who dance to Indian tunes, can I ask why the house never has any spoons? To the girls who are new, congrats for making it through. To the girls who are old, your names will forever be inscrolled. To the girls who don't speak English, sorry for making fun of your Chinglish. To the girls who talk too much, your nonsense starts to sound like Dutch. To the girls who scream in the hallway, even table duty won't ruin their day. To the girls who seem to often get fourth place, we lose with no elegance or grace. To the girls who will not cease from mental fight, we come together as one and unite. To the girls who lift the purple flag high, cheer so hard, make the other houses cry. To the girls who I love, thank you for making me proud to be a Dove. To the girls, thank you.
Thank you, Haley. It's scary to think that after spending countless moments in a special place I called home, the day I part ways from this home has quickly risen. Full of comfort and warmth, the sacred halls of Ripley's hold many of my most fondest memories. And from the small grade 8 to the slightly bigger than small grade 12 I am today, I realized that my time spent in Ripley's was truly special. As compelling as it sounds, special was the perfect word to describe my version of Ripley's. The thing that is so unique about the word special is that from person to person, the meaning of the word changes. This word is something no other person can take from you, because special is a word that depends on what you make of it. To me, the meaning of special when it comes to Ripley's entails a strong sense of family, from emotions such as passion, unwavering pride, and brotherhood. On many occasions, the boys in the house consistently demonstrated these things, and undoubtedly, I'm extremely proud to be a part of a house with a group of guys who keep doing this. Like a puzzle being put together, I learned many things, and I gladly learn more and more every day with the adventures presented by you boys. Along the path I took to get to where I am today, I learned from the boys in blue what real passion was, and how it was always something Ripley's embodied. From being loud, below-average singers in chapel, to competing hard in Interhouse, the boys never failed to do things passionately. I remember Interhouse track. Even though we had to run the events alone, it didn't feel like that at all. With all the boys cheering on the sidelines with growing passion and care, it felt as though they were running alongside me. But it wasn't only the big events. Even the smaller things, such as Henry talking about Duke basketball again, beating all the Lakes kids in Foursquare, or seeing juniors beg for their phones at night. The passion and excitement never died down, and that is one piece of the puzzle that makes Ripley so special. The next piece of this puzzle is unwavering pride. I remember back in grade 10, a challenging year for us in Interhouse rugby. To keep it short, our chances of winning were slim to zero, as our seniors were a bunch of slow, large units, and our juniors barely played rugby. But after the event, my perception of things changed. Even though some of us weren't right for the role, we managed to step up because we had something worth fighting for, and that was the house. With our battle on the field, the battle off the field was far more special. I'd never seen a group of guys cheer and jump and yell as much as I did that day. And I realized that that is why Ripley's is something I hold dear to me. Because big or small, playing or not playing, the boys gave it their all in everything they did. That's what it means to wear the double blue. You're not doing it for yourself, but you're doing it for the guy next to you and the guy next to them. Finally, the last piece to my puzzle of Ripley's was brotherhood. During grade 11, it was a difficult year because things were changing, and I had a lot of pressure on me, which meant a lot of exhaustion, to say the least. I remember each day coming back to my room, ready to sleep on the spot, but always coming back to what may have been a smaller spring fling, as Dalen was DJing for a bunch of guys jumping off the wall in my room. And each time, it was a different set of guys, plus Trotter. First of all, it was weird. Secondly, I joined in. Even this year, it was normal to walk into my room to see Emilio lounging on the couch, laughing as he watched The Big Bang Theory, or Dale barging in just to say, oops, wrong room, after spending four years in the house. All these things were special because without this sense of family, the comfort and warmth with these small things would not be possible. In the end, I may not have gotten my much-needed sleep, but I learned that it was replaced with something far more important, and that was brotherhood. With much more learning to do, I can say for certain that I learned about what made Ripley so special. In the end, no matter what the occasion, whether it was a good day or a bad day, I found myself always laughing in the comfort of each other's company. But it's difficult to put one word to it, and that is why Ripley's is so special. Through a mix of all sorts of things, you arrive as just another kid going to school, and you leave as if you're splitting away from your family, or better yet, your lion pride. But our family doesn't end there. I want to thank Teresa, our house cleaner, for always putting up with our daily shenanigans, which always ended up in a mess in the hall. Without her, it's safe to say that our house wouldn't be standing today. I also want to thank the duty staff. It's not every day that you come across people who can deal with Gordon, Ted, Tom, and Saya, the 4 musketeers, running down the halls with their shirts off. All of you are yet another special piece to Ripley's. I want to thank Mr. Pollock for not only taking care of me on the ice, but off the ice as well. In the house, you lift the mood of all the boys no matter what, and it has made a big difference to say the least. Finally, I want to thank the man who runs the house every year, Mr. Doyle. I know it was a pain to deal with us from time to time, and you made sure we knew that. But regardless, the house would never be the same without you, and all the boys are truly thankful for what you do. And finally, a message to you boys from me. It's strange to think that I'm coming to the end of the journey with you guys. Through many moments, all of you boys have made my life here something I'll never forget. Even though it sounds cliche, you guys made my Shawnigan the best thing that has ever happened to me. And I want to thank you for making me not just another kid in the house, but a part of the family we made over the years. I love you boys, and I'm going to miss you guys a lot. It's too bad that I can't remake this puzzle and live out these days once again, but I can gladly say that the final piece to my puzzle is the best piece of all. And that is you guys, my brothers. Thank you. I would now like to call up Bryn and Riley to read the prayers. Oh wait, sorry, just Riley.
We take a moment to think about those in need in our families and in the world. Please respond to the bidding, Lord, in your mercy, with hear our prayer. We pray for everyone in this chapel to go and remain comfortable in each other's support, no matter what happens. Just remember that there are always people to help you. Lord, in your mercy. We pray for children around the world in hopes that they are happy, cared for, and loved just as we are here at Shawnigan. Lord, in your mercy. We pray for the people of Mozambique as they come together and rebuild after what was a terrible disaster. Lord, in your mercy. We pray for the graduating class of 2019, that they find a home just as special as the one they found here, and that they will succeed in the next chapters of their lives. Lord, in your mercy. We pray for law enforcement officers, military personnel, firefighters, and peacekeepers as they continue to protect the everyday peace we are fortunate to have today. Lord, in your mercy. We take a brief moment to consider any other needs in our hearts. Lord, in your mercy.
This concludes the Ripley's and Kaye's House Chapel presentation. We hope that most of you, or some of you, take a few lessons and messages learned today with you as we come to the end of our term.
I'm not too sure what the number is because we don't have it, but our closing hymn is Ripley's hymn. Kaye's and Ripley's will stand again for the first verse, and then the rest of the school will join in afterwards. Thank you.
Please be seated. Just a few words from me. A huge thank you to Kaye's and Ripley's, and I particularly love the fact you went for the unconventional no theme. And actually, I thought that actually it was so poignant what you said, that no specific singular word can capture the magic ingredients that make up your two houses. Thanks also to Sarah and Jojo. I think it was the slowest trip up to the aisle this morning as Sarah limped beside us. But what powerful and compelling messages you gave not only to your houses, but also to the whole school. Great also to see Ripley's at the front of chapel. Normally you're lurking somewhere in the shadows at the back, but great to see you up front and to hear you up front. I'm sure this morning's service is right up there in terms of volume that we've delivered in hymn singing. And I really liked what Sarah said about house teams, house directors, that you're ready to catch us when we fall. And I think that was very heartfelt this morning from these two houses for all the house teams and how you support the students. I think they're very privileged and lucky to have you in their lives. Today is actually the 16th of May. It's the UN International Day of Living Together in Peace and Harmony, and you absolutely captured that theme. It's rather fitting that Kaye's emblem is the white dove of peace, and I really liked Amelia's introduction to that sense of harmony between the two houses and that lovely refrain that we grow as we go. And that's a message for students and for staff. We do grow as we go. So thank you, an extraordinary chapel service. It helps us really finish on a very strong note from this rather hectic period of term. Many of you have been negotiating AP exams alongside everything else in the usual rhythm of term time. Just looking back to last weekend's hecticness of the Spring Festival of Sport, it is an opportunity for me to thank all those students who participated, who volunteered, from the regatta to the Langford Sevens to the opening of the Crew House. It again makes me extremely proud to be your headmaster. So, I think we've all deserved a rather nice long weekend and a good break. Looking forward to seeing the grade 12s up in Whistler this evening and on the ferry. And at the after party. MCB, Killer of Dreams, and the headmaster, Captain Killjoy, will be there in support, and I'm looking forward to seeing MCB's dancing technique when we're there. And finally, have an absolutely lovely, restful, long weekend. You've deserved it. Thank you.